Join me in creating some elixir blends to nourish the mind, body, and spirit. In this video, we're going to talk about the Activate Upgrade Elixir Blend. Now, this is one of my favorites. It's got a nice chocolatey cinnamon flavor, and it's full of superfoods. This blend has cacao, maca, mesquite, lucuma, mucuna, cinnamon, shilajit, reishi, and chaga, all in one blend. It's easy to work with. You can either put it into a blender drink like we're going to do today, or you can add it into all kinds of other foods. Just like the name says, Activate is designed to help activate the body, activate us into higher performance. The first four ingredients in this blend, cacao, lucuma, mesquite, and maca, are all superfoods that help increase the body's energy and give it a lot more phytonutrients. Maca, as you may know, is helpful for building hormones and dealing with stress. Cacao has a lot of that bliss chemical, that anandamide, kind of help bring us up to a little more blissful, connected state. It's also high in magnesium. Mesquite is a deep-rooted tree, and we use the bean pod of this. The bean pod has a real lot of caramelly type flavor that's high in B vitamins as well as calcium and many other nutrients. Lucuma is an egg fruit that comes from Peru. It has a nice creamy French vanilla type flavor. Now it's also a nice emulsifier that'll help blend fats and waters together if we choose to use those in the spring. The other ingredients that are more specific nutrients are the mucuna, the reishi, the chaga, and the shilajit. Now mucuna is high in L-dopa, and it's a bean that gives us a lot of that kind of neurotransmitter benefits and helps get the nervous system and the brain functioning a little more. It's also got a bit of that kind of blissful, uplifted state feeling. The reishi is grounding and more connected. They say it is to protect the academic from their own mind. Whoa. So that means to ground us, to bring us more into focus and connected. It also helps increase our immune function, more of a modulant that way. The chaga has an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant feel to it. It's got a nice, rich kind of vanilla flavor to it, also a dark, deep, kind of robust flavor to it. The shilajit is also known as rock warrior, and it comes from Ayurvedic medicine, and it is one of these fortifying, nourishing substances that goes deep into the body's tissues to help bring better cellular function. It's got high amounts of fulvic acid in it, and this is something that'll help pull out toxins but also nourish and bathe the cells. It's a mineral pitch from the high Himalayas. Last but not least, this blend has a true cinnamon flavor to it. Now cinnamon is one of those herbs that helps warm up the body and increase circulation. So it works as a circulatory stimulant to help get the rest of the blend moving deeper into the tissues. It's also got a really nice flavor, blending well with cacao, and helps to just increase body function. Now there are many ways we can work with a blend like this. My favorite is to make a hot tonic elixir. So that's what we're gonna do today. Basically the idea is to replace coffee or mochas or any other kind of hot drink. We're gonna make activated elixir. So we're gonna use a Vitamix. We're also gonna add in a little bit of honey or maple and some coconut oil to help fatten it up and give it that kind of creamy feel. Fats also help slow down the absorption, and carbohydrates like this help give us a little more energy. So between the two, we're kind of creating more of a meal out of this with the superfood blend as the base nutrients to be driven into the system. Now we could just do this with hot water if we want to, but it's also nice to start with an upgraded tea. So in this case, we're going to use chaga as our tea base. This is a medicinal mushroom that grows on the birch tree and has those high anti-inflammatory compounds. It has a really nice flavor, and just chaga tea on its own is quite an upgraded nourishment. To do this, we're gonna have to put it on the stove and create a tea like that decoction style method, which means we're gonna lightly simmer it for about 20 minutes. We're gonna take 1 teaspoon of chaga per teacup. So in this case, we're gonna use about 3 or 4 tablespoons for about 1.5 liters. To make this blend of Activate, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon per cup. Now with hot water, that's gonna be fine just on its own, but we're gonna be adding in a little bit of honey and the coconut oil. Now we're gonna use about a teaspoon of each of these to sweeten it and fatten it up. When using the blender for hot liquids, we're gonna make sure we have another vessel to pour it into. So we're gonna be pouring it into our cup, and the extra we're gonna pour into here. Now, we are gonna be making about 3 or 4 cups worth. So I've got about enough Activate for that. We're gonna put that in the blender like so. And in this case, because we're making about 3 or 4 cups, I'm gonna use a nice tablespoon of this coconut oil. And we're gonna use about a tablespoon of honey. It is awesome stuff. Ooh. When using a Vitamix like this, make sure you have a low setting. If you add hot liquids into a blender at a high setting, steam will push it up and you make a big mess. I'm gonna use this filter to put it right into the blender. Here we have our hot Chaga tea. It's been steeping for about 20 minutes. On its own, this tea is amazing. But adding it to an upgraded elixir, even better. Now this Chaga can be rebrewed. Make sure it's on the 1 setting. Once it's going, we can turn it up. Now when you blend up fats like that, you get this nice frothy head. And you get that emulsified into the liquid blend. This is one of my favorites. I've been waiting for this one. Cheers, my friends. There are many other ways you can use Activate. One of my favorites is to mix it in with yogurt. This is awesome. We like to make ice creams. We can do those in the blender where we put a bunch of ice in, mash it up with Activate and a little bit of honey and coconut oil. This is great too. We can also just add it into any kind of superfood smoothie we're making. Upgrade your nourishment and enjoy this Tonic Elixir blend. Ciao for now. See you soon.